my my old ashy hands, dry hands. Come on in. Of course, Blue's gonna start barking right when I'm about to get started. Hey y'all, come on in. Trying to keep my door open, but something tell me I'm gonna have to close it. Hey, hey Christy. Hey Lynn, what's happening? What's happening? Yeah, I'm gonna have to close the door. Hold on. Hey Sherry. Hold on. Blue. You stop all that barking. Stop barking. Y'all come on in. Hey, what's that, Gabby? GA2B or something like that. How are we? Hey, Miss Pretty Sweet. That's a cute name. I like that. Hey, Leonica, Shanitria, what's happening? How y'all living? Hey, Patricia. Hey, everybody. Okay, let me pull this up on my. Y'all know I always get confused. Hey, hey, hey. More Dance Miss Elementary. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Miss Keishery. Okay. Let me see. Which one do I want to be on when I can see? Well, I can't see it on my YouTube. Or is this it? Child, this ain't it. What is that? Okay. Anyway. Give y'all some time to come on in. I got a few new Roxy readers that's coming in today. Hey, Brown Eyes. How y'all doing on this Sunday evening? I just keep on hearing Blue get in trouble back there. The boy don't want to listen. Hey, Chanel. Who's that? Chanel. Hey. How y'all doing? Where y'all coming in from? I guess I ain't asked that in a long time. We got anybody outside the country that ain't got to deal with the chaos of the elections? Hey, Grandma. Yeah, I'm the grandma, huh, Debbie? Child, don't get me started. Oh, I'm the grandma because of my new little kitty. Jada got a cat. Okay, New Orleans. All right, Vancouver. Yes, you're always here. New Jersey. All right, Dallas. I still would like to move to Dallas. So bummed that we didn't get to go. All right, Chicago, Long Island, Illinois, Houston, Bama. Okay. All right. So a little bit of everybody, a little bit of Colorado. Is it snowing? Is it cold there yet? Inglewood, y'all know West Coast is the best coast. Louisville, all right, Brooklyn. Nina, so was this the book? Were these areas that are real in Brooklyn? Hey, Ohio, North Little Rock, Arizona. Hola, Dee Dee. Got a little Spaniard in the house. Oh, it is real places. Oh, okay. Well, that's a little taste of history. All right, Tampa, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Okay, y'all slowly coming on in. Okay. I was hoping we got up to 40 today. We'll see. Maybe people will trickle in as we going. Yeah, I was wondering too. So Nina, since you the one, is any of that history like I mean, obviously it's a fictional story, but like some of the stories of the you know, the history part, is that real that you know of? I mean, I guess it would have to have some truth to it, you know, Brooklyn being a real place. Hey, Joyce, it's okay. We ain't got started. Oh, really? Very true indeed. That is interesting. That actually makes the story a little bit more interesting. Um, you know, what is this? Some little gnat flying around in here. That is very interesting. Let me get my book. Hold on, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I didn't even realize that it was an actual thing. Do you guys actually have your the actual book? Did you see the lady who wrote the book there? That's her there. She's cool looking, isn't she? All right. Well, we can do some housekeeping before we get started on the. Oh, Lynn, I know you finished. It's a lot of. Oh, and let me just remind people, for the new people that's here, Spike Lee's father lived in that area. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Um, you know, with that gentrification, it's a ruthless game, boy. It is bad. Even over in the area that my father lives. I mean, nobody. I mean, you know, it's South LA, so it wasn't like the most desirable part of LA. But now, honey, they are moving in. When I say they, y'all know what I mean. I shouldn't say they. I might have a they in here, but you know, it's like not fully black. Okay, so you guys that have finished the book, y'all know we just going to chapter 11. Okay, so y'all don't try not to get past chapter 11. I didn't even look. I knew I was gonna try. I was gonna be tempted to finish. I didn't even start reading the book really until Thursday. So, hey, Angel, you made it in. Okay, you're here. All right. So yeah. So you guys don't spoil the book for those of you guys who have finished. We just going to chapter 11, and we just gonna cut it there. Okay. Um, before we get started. Oh, it got 38 on mine. We almost there. We almost there. Um, okay, so before we get started with the story. Okay, yes, Nina, please. Before we get started on the story, a few things. Um, the book for November. You made it to chapter 8. Yeah, you didn't get to too much really, because it didn't start. Okay, we'll start. We'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, the book for November, you guys, we have got. Okay, so we've done a lot of thrillers, a lot of suspense, a lot of that. We are going to now try to. What's going to be the next genre? Last time that we met, you guys had mentioned that you wanted to do like maybe somebody had mentioned autobiography or biography. Um, I feel like we need to do like some sort of something different. Um, or does anybody have any other suggestions? Okay, Nitra. Well, you don't mind spoilers, but I do, so I don't want nobody telling me. Mariah Carey's book. Okay, yeah, Ash. That is a suggestion. Um, I mean, does anybody think of any other genres though? It doesn't necessarily have to be autobiography or biography, but I know that that's what some people had mentioned last time. Okay, Michelle Obama, the book I still never finished it, so that was one too. But I'm sure a lot of people actually have already read that. Okay, Mariah's book. We got 2 votes for Mariah. Can you guys think of another genre though? I don't want you to just think that it has to be that. I know that definitely not sci-fi. And then we gonna have to draw the line on that one. Horror. Mm-mm. This was the closest we got to horror, Angel. I can't read a horror novel, so that one is off the Oh, okay, he was kidding. Okay, because child, can you imagine trying to read like Lovecraft Country? I just, it would be a mess. I'm sure it would be a mess. Or reading Star Trek or something. Oh, Joyce, you can't get it to open it. Did you go on Patreon? Maybe you can see it on Patreon. Holiday romance. Now, I would do that, but I don't know if the whole group would want to do that. I don't know if the whole group would want to do. Maybe we might try. Maybe we might try. Maybe we might try if just try to see if anybody would want to do a second book, and maybe we'll add on to a holiday romance to it. Lovecraft Country. I heard that. No, my brother, I think, tried to read Lovecraft Country, and he was like, "It is just so whole lot." And I just don't have, my mind don't have the capacity to try to fit nothing else in. Okay, so you guys are now. What would be a holiday romance novel, though? I wish they could read your unpublished book. Yes, Deborah. Maybe one day they will. I mean, it is holiday, but maybe we should save holiday romance for December because November we still ain't quite into the holiday just yet. Yeah, let's save holiday romance for December. I'll make sure I'll make a note of that. Let me write it down. Yeah. Hey, Nita, I didn't see you in here. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we gonna need the cheer, especially after the elections, child. Because if it don't go right, we gonna need something. Um, Holiday romance, December. Okay. Humor, Lynn. Lynn has put humor in capital letters about 10 times. Like, y'all gonna see this humor. Okay, so humor or autobiography, biography. Those are the choices. I'm gonna put it on the I would really appreciate a humor filled book right now because my anxiety and my stress level has been so high, and I just need something that's just going to, just give me a little escape. Okay, so you guys seem to be Issa Rae's out. I didn't even know she had an autobiography. That would be a two for oneer. Issa Rae autobiography. They say that one is funny, so that sounds good. Awkward black girl. Oh yeah. Did you guys watch her on Saturday Night Live last night? She did good. And she looked really nice too. Okay. So yeah, I thought she did a good job on Saturday Night Live. I mean, can you imagine like she started on YouTube? She essentially like everybody else, was able to grow so much that she got her own show and now she's on Saturday Night Live, which for a comedian or for somebody that is a writer and writes in comedy and things like that, that is a big deal to be on Saturday Night Live. So I know she was like standing on that stage like, I am really, really here. Okay, so humor. So you guys are all seeming to feel humor. We could take a little something funny these days. Yes, I did like her on YouTube as well. Okay, so all right. Hey, honey, give me that honey love. Okay, so we're gonna say humor, romantic, holiday romantic comedy. Oh no, we're gonna still save holiday romance, holiday romance for December. Randomly, CJ. Oh yeah, I forgot Gabourey had one too. Um, Okay. Well, I'll put it on Patreon, and I would appreciate if you guys would actually respond to it and tell me, what you would want to read or give me some suggestions. Cause we'll put it up sometimes and y'all be like, Roxanne, ain't nobody looking at that. We got other stuff to do. Okay, so thank you. I love that about it. All right, so I think we're gonna settle on humor, but y'all can throw in some autobiography and biography type of suggestions too if you want when I put that on Patreon. Okay. Now, Netflix slash Amazon slash Hulu. We really got to do a movie night. We probably not gonna be able to do it this month. Well, I would really like to do a movie night this month, but there's nothing really on. Does anybody, y'all seen anything come out recently? Yeah, I would really like to do one. It would be the last week of the month, Ash. Um, but it's really nothing. Like if you guys can think unsolved mysteries, yeah, but it needs to be a movie though. We're gonna do a movie, not a TV series. Yeah. So I mean, I'm open to having a Netflix. I'm gonna open it up to Hulu or Amazon. I know more people don't have all those, but or even Disney Plus. But if y'all can think of something, y'all can just maybe shoot me a DM or something and let me know because I've really been watching. Yeah, we could rewatch an old classic, but I don't even really know what that would be. Yeah, movie night is fun. Gemini Man. I don't even think I've ever seen the original of that. I See You. What was that about? What is that? That sounds scary? Is it scary? I know I'm scary. What you guys talking about, Angel? What movie was that? Oh, 40-year-old. Is that supposed to be Virgin? Now, you know I can always watch the 40-year-old Virgin. That is always a classic. Gemini Man was trash. Yeah, I don't think I remember hearing that it was good. Oh, okay, Gemini Man. Yeah, I don't know. I've never remember it being having a good. Oh, we got 50 people in there. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Okay. You keep on putting Virgin. Is it supposed to be Virgin? Oh, it's a new movie, so it's not Virgin. It's Version. Okay. I See You is suspenseful. Okay. Oh, Lena Waithe. Oh Lord, let me not say that. I do really like Lena Waithe, but honey, that the Shy from this last season had been just. And did I ever tell you guys that I had talked about the Shy I mean, I didn't really talk about it bad. I was just kind of pointing out, the obvious issues. And I had a PO box. Stuff comes to my PO box, and I never really check it because I don't get that much stuff. But it had been long after the Shy had ended. I ended up going to my P.O. box, and Showtime had sent me a package, and it had the beautiful Shy poster. And actually, it's not a poster. It's the canvas of it. I felt so bad because I didn't even know they had sent it to me, and I at least would have thanked them in one of my videos, for it. So I was just like, oh, and you didn't talk to they ain't never gonna send me shit again. And y'all, Showtime is like, F you, Roxanne. Oh, but the poster is beautiful. I mean, it's so nice because this season, they have the profile of the girl with the flower in her head and all of that. It's such a nice, really nice canvas. And here I was talking about it. So all that to say, Lena's movie, maybe. Now, where is that on? That's on Amazon, you said? On Hulu. Was that on Amazon? Netflix. Okay, it's on Netflix. They ain't never gonna send me shit again, y'all, because none of these places ever reach out to me. I'll be looking at all these other YouTubers that be getting all of these hookers. I'll be like, they don't like me. So I feel real bad. But okay, so I'll also, if you guys can think of some things, on for movie night, y'all just shoot me a DM and I'll present it to the group. You don't like Lena just on site for no reason? She seems cool enough. She seems very arrogant though. I mean, she seems very, what is the word? Like confident. She's like, you could tell that I know a lot of women must really find her very sexy. So she's kind of has that, like I'm the shit kind of thing. She was Shanidria, girl, they said that Lena was out there buying purses and clothes for all kind of women out there. But okay, so that's that. Because we already 21 minutes in, child. We ain't got started on the book. The last couple of things that I have to talk about is just for my $5 people. So we'll talk about that at the end. But okay, so you guys, let's get started on the book. Everybody should be here by now. 57. Okay, so we're talking about when no one is watching. And a few of you guys actually have recommended this book. This is about as close to a thriller. So far, it hasn't been too scary for me. It has a few little spooky parts. I'm assuming that once we get further into the book, it's probably going to turn up the spook factor because I feel like it's coming. But, okay, so let's talk about the characters. Excuse me. You hear Blue back there? Just cutting up, child, just cutting up. How are we feeling so far up until the 11th chapter? I feel like the author does a very good job. The author, her name is Alyssa Cole, does a really good job of painting a picture. Like, I honestly feel like I can see the streets that she's talking about, but it's not overwhelmingly too colorful and fruity and stuff. Like, I just feel like I'm getting it. So I feel like I'm looking at this street in Brooklyn that she's talking about, and I can actually see it. Okay. It's definitely a slow burn. So it's not, some of the books that we've read kind of started off with a quick bang. This one isn't like that, but it's not annoying me. It's enough to keep me on because I actually like the characters. Yeah. The funny thing about these books these days is it feels like I wish that they could just get started a little bit sooner, like one quarter along the way. But then I guess as a writer, it's hard to maintain the excitement, you know, throughout the entire book. But it's definitely good. I mean, it's definitely good. It's not thriller, Dee Dee. Well, that's what they said, baby. It say right here, it say a thriller. So don't tell me it's not a thriller. You tell Alyssa, because that's what her and her publishing company said. And like Nina said, one of the readers, you guys, she said that this is actually, a lot of it is true. Okay, of course, we wrapped some fictional story around it, but a lot of the history part of it is true. So that's actually, makes it, pretty good. Yeah, Jasmine, it's coming. The thrill is coming. That Our Hood app is so funny. Okay, because just to see, first of all, I'm surprised that, the white folks is actually even on the app along with the black people. But it's funny because you really get to see the difference in how they all approach like the same situation. Okay, Nina. Nina said it is a thriller. We just got to read a little bit further. At first, when they started with the Our Hood app, at first I was confused. I was like, what is this? It took me a minute, but once I finally realized, how the writing was going, I actually enjoyed it. So Sydney, you guys, the female main character. What do we think about? Yes, it's just like Next Door, just like Next Door. What do we think about Miss Sydney? Okay, what do we think about Miss Sydney? We ain't got to Kim yet. Y'all don't jump ahead because Kim is a mess. Okay, you like Sydney? Yes, I like Sydney too. Um, the mama is definitely alive because, well, up until the 11th chapter, I'm sitting here thinking like, is the mom real? Like we haven't seen her or talked to her the whole time. So I'm just like, okay, please don't be crazy. I think from the last book, I'm feeling like, um, yeah, Black Empress. She is a little heavy. She is a little heavy. She got a lot on her shoulders though, and you gotta remember she just broke up. She in divorce, so she kind of still in that mode. Okay, she's intense. Yeah, I like her. Okay. Yeah, the mama is something because every time they mention the mama, oh, she's okay. And she's just calling her and leaving a message. I was like, what is happening? Is the mama now 11th chapter, remember you guys. Is the mama okay? But um Shanitra, you love how she gets Theo together. Okay, let's talk about Theo. Now, surprisingly enough, you guys, I like Theo better than I like Sydney. I don't know if that was on purpose for the author, but I actually like Theo. And maybe it's because I feel like he is genuine. I don't feel like Sydney is not genuine, but I feel like you thought Theo was black? Yeah, I never thought he was black, but he just seems to be, true blue, even though he's had a checkered past himself. Shanitra, you don't trust him yet? Yeah. I mean, we won't put 100% on him just yet, but I do really like the character. You don't trust D? Why you don't trust Theo? Because of all the stuff in the back, the stuff that he's been through in the past. You kind of feel like he's gonna carry that into the future. Yeah, Theo has thick skin to be able to deal with Sydney. Now he been lusting after her from across the street for all this time, so by the time now he can get to her. Yeah, Theo is definitely not woke, but most of them are not woke. They just don't know. I have a really good friend who just gets into has a really close friend who is like Asian and white mix, and they get into it often, or she gets annoyed with her often because she just doesn't get it. And I was like, well, she lived her whole life not knowing, so you know. But he's trying, and that's the important part is he's definitely trying. Okay. So yeah, we like Theo as well. So we got two because we ain't liked the characters. I feel like we ain't liked our characters in quite a while too. So okay, so the two main we like. Kim, Theo's, well, she's his ex-girlfriend now. I didn't realize when Kim was in the bodega that she was the one that she was fighting actually with Sydney. Okay, please don't be crazy, Theo. I know. I know. Kim is the most horrible, and the author has written her so well to make us not like her or see her in any kind of yeah. Kim is definitely a Karen. When she was like, "Did you see what she did to me?" Girl, ain't nobody did nothing to you. Ain't nobody did nothing to you. But how about Kim just putting old boy out of his place? I was like, Theo, now I know you about sick of Kim too, but you just gonna roll over like that? I mean, that's partially your place. Yeah, see, I didn't even realize that was Sydney that she was fussing with. She's the absolute worst, and I feel like she's not, we ain't done with Kim yet either. So, um, he definitely should have seen that coming. You are living in the attic, basically, with no air. Do you think she cares about you? Well, I be trying to picture though. The one thing that I felt like the author didn't do is she didn't describe how anybody really looks. So I just keep on trying to picture what Sydney and Theo look like, if I can even picture the two of them together. It is a gnat that's just flying around in here. Living in the attic and paying bills, exactly. You love how the author shows the reader how the black woman and white man perceives this. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I like the fact that even with the Our Hood app, you're able to see just how everybody's perspective is. You know, the black people is just trying to maintain in the neighborhood that they grew up in from generation to generation, and the white folks think that they after them. Now you didn't move into their neighborhood, but you think that they after you for some reason. Make it make sense. Okay. Yeah, they said that she had braids. Yeah, I guess it is nice to be able to use your imagination, but I cannot picture what Theo looks like at all in my mind. Like, I can't get a good grasp on what he might look like, because originally when he first was introduced, when the character was first introduced, they kind of made it seem like he might stink all the time. I was like, he woke up, he had chips stuck to his back, and he was beer, and I was like, child, I don't know. So, um, okay, so we got past that. You know what has bothered me? So let's talk about this new hospital, or whatever, not the hospital, but the plant that's about to be put into the neighborhood. Is it just because we know what's going to happen in the book, or the situation that he had in the street when the crackhead, I don't believe it was a crackhead, but when Theo, excuse me, when Theo was in the street and the crackhead man came up to him and was like kind of zombified, and why do I have the hiccup? Excuse me, and everything. If you were Theo, and I guess not knowing what all is going on in the book like the reader does, I mean, would that not have made you feel like something was going on, and then this unmarked car is looking for this person? Or would you have, like, I was just reading that and I was like, why didn't he mention that that was strange to anybody? Or did he just think it was a drug addict? Y'all get what I'm saying? Don't you think that that was odd that he hadn't mentioned? Because, oh yeah, that's true. They think that the police is trying to help. Okay. I don't think he's passive. I think that he is not confident right now because of his situation. I think that if everything was going okay for Theo, he probably wouldn't present as passive. Yeah, that's right. Because I was getting annoyed. I was just like, man, why you this man is up here talking to you like you should know. But I mean, I guess he didn't know. He just thought he was a drug addict. But if he would have mentioned something like that, maybe the situation that happened with Sydney a few times. Well, okay. Let me just try to think about this, because they're isolated events, so I guess they wouldn't tell each other about what's happened. Because when Sydney walked into the man's house and him and the dog was stroking out, like, that was weird to me. But I think maybe it's just weird to me because I'm reading the book and I know that it's supposed to be weird to me. But I was just like, you wasn't gonna tell nobody that the man was, was having a seizure or anything. I don't know. It's just weird. And then the people trying to come into Sydney's house, I feel like they just wrote that out. Like, that would have weirded me out so bad when the man tried to act like he was the Con Ed man or whatever it's called. And then he just walks away and gets in a van and everybody is okay with that. Something in the water. No, I think that they are going in these houses and drugging these people and dragging them off to who knows where. Full blown new school Tuskegee experiment. Maybe the monoxide, maybe. Yeah, even the Uber driver situation. Like, it's too many weird happenings and nobody is realizing it. Maybe it's because she's just so distracted. Yeah, Shanitria, they just proceeded with the day. It's like this man actually tried to come in your house to read a meter and didn't work there. If Theo wouldn't have been there, potentially you'd have been dead. Like, I feel like it should have been some more something. And then she should have like started to think back like, oh my God, the other day I had this happen and the other day this happened. It's just like that Uber ride was weird. And she's always tired. Even the lady that, remember the lady that came by with the food said, you need to take a nap. Okay, like you are exhausted. Okay, so some of these things are probably starting to, I think these things are all going to make sense to us soon enough. Yeah, she's not connecting the dots, and maybe it's because she's not at 100% because she's just tired all the time and sleep deprived. And, I know from firsthand, honey, sleep deprivation to have you just completely bonkers. So, yeah, the bed bug situation too, because they made too much of a big deal about these bed bugs. Well, what is the mole people? The mole people is the legend in the area that these people were just drugged. Oh, sleep paralysis, yeah. Yeah, all of those things. Yeah, it was okay, the mole people was a rumor. You think it's aliens? You done went all the way there? It might be, but I don't know if I don't know if we gonna go the alien route, but it's definitely something sinister for sure. I mean, we know that anyway. But that's right. See, all of these things you guys are pointing out, I hadn't forgot about. Even makes it even weirder. The underground passages for them to move stuff so they didn't have it up above ground, but it was just like, no, that's not good. And who knows if them underground passages aren't still in action, um, that day. I mean, that during time, currently. You think they snatching bodies? I mean, yeah, they snatching bodies. We know that because they snatched the man who was, the crackhead that we know is not the crackhead. Crackhead. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the mole people is still, I don't feel like they 100% explain that whole thing. So maybe as we get further in, we'll, yeah, Shanitria, the crackhead might have escaped. Yes, might have gotten out. Some tell me they got a whole bunch of people like down in that dungeon. When they finally get to figuring out where everybody is, they probably gonna be all their neighbors. It's gonna be all her neighbors down there, wherever, that these people done got a hold to. Um, so what else? Because I feel like we, as usual, when the stopping point that we have and that we get to in the book is always when it's about to finally start happening. And the time the door was open. Right. And the time, girl, I forgot about that. Child, we don't even know where the man is at. You know? So we know the dog and the man probably down in the dungeon too. Mm-hmm. And so we got to keep our good eye on the chick that paid the rent for the whole year. That told him that he went with his daughter or something. Yeah, Perkins is gone. Keisha, that's the whole thing. I said I don't think the mama's alive. If you read further, don't say. But I don't feel like the mama is really happening because we ain't talked to the lady yet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the dogs be going crazy. And the dogs are very, very perceptive. I can tell you that just from me having my dog. That Blue wake up. I wake up at, you guys, I promise you, I'm not lying. When I wake up and my bed is completely, bedroom is far, far, far from where Blue sleeps. I can wake up and just look at my phone, not make a sound, and he'll wake up. He'd be like, okay, it's time to go out. Yeah. I truly believe that animals, they have that other eye, child. They're able to see or sense. They have like a really strong sense. Okay, so the legal stuff with the mom, that's a good topic because they haven't really explained what I thought that maybe the mom owed money on the brownstone or wherever it was that she lived. They haven't really been clear on what exactly is the issue. I mean, we know that she kind of don't have a whole bunch of money and she got money issues, but you know, I don't know. Yeah, Ash, that's also right. The bestie. Child, what happened to Drea? Oh, look, just while I'm talking about it, I'm getting a little spooked out now. Oh, Kim definitely drugged Theo. And that same night, I believe that Sydney was drugged as well. I think that she was drugged as well. And and it was about to go down. Yeah, Angel. Well, that's why I said I don't think Mama really is really alive. Okay, so her money issues is because of the mama's hospital bills. Okay, so is the place paid for? Is the place paid for? Because I thought Theo said that it was paid for, but I'm like maybe he's just assuming that it is. The mama is something. She can't get to her like she's been acting like she can. Yeah, I don't think mama is really there because every time somebody asks her about the mama, she feel guilty for saying, "Oh, she's okay." Like you ain't got the mama stuffed off somewhere now. Please don't let Sydney be crazy. You guys, we worried about Theo being crazy, and we need to worry about Sydney not necessarily being on the up and up. Yeah, I feel like Mama might be dead, y'all. Move my notes around here. The mom owns the brownstone and the community garden. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, what the heck? I think that she could still have a second and still have to owe on it. Now, what if Theo is using his white people trickery on all of us and he a part of the conspiracy too? Because he said something about not telling Sydney the whole truth. I sure hope that Theo's not, but he definitely could be. But he ain't on Kim's side. Kim and the two neighbors, the two friends that he has. So whose side would he be working with? He's not really working with Kim because of the way Sydney keeps calling herself. Oh yeah, we y'all still talking about the mama. Um, I mean, Theo could potentially be a bad guy, but who was he working with? Because he's not working with. He would have the police like when the police was after the crackhead. He didn't know nothing about that, and he's not working with Kim, who I believe very clearly is part of the plot to get all these people out of the area. Right, and there's a private group. Now, you guys are on the Our Hood app. Why do you have to have a private group as well for the neighborhood? So, Dee Dee, I trust me, as time has gone on, I've been like, maybe Sydney is a touch off too, and trying to hold it all together. Sacrificing type stuff. I mean, it could be anything by, it could be anything by now. Oh, and we forgot about the earthquakes too. Oh, that also lets you know that whatever they're doing is probably underground. And they might be, I mean, that earthquake thing could probably be like some sort of like electronic, like electrical shock or something, that, a power surge or something from what they doing to these people underground. So yeah, that's all related. I didn't forgot about all of these little weird happenings that's going on. Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, you said the way that he talked about the bank make you feel like he embezzled money. Who, Theo? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lynn, I forgot about the earthquakes too. I think for sure Theo is not, he ain't a good guy, but he not a bad guy. So that's kind of how I'm feeling about him so far. Yes, Dee Dee. It does make you wonder, especially in these old crazy times that we live in now. You kind of feel like any kind of, you know, this kind of stuff could definitely happen. You think Theo used to run drugs? I don't get drug dealer from him. I don't know about drug dealer. I'm maybe more on the embezzlement tip. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe that Theo has a record as well. Yeah, remember Theo was poor, so he grew up having to hustle and make it happen for him and his mama. So he probably had some run-ins with the law for sure. He did some. Oh yeah, he did mention side money. I thought he was picking up odds and ends type job, like how he's helping Sydney. But even though Sydney not paying him, but he's hoping that it's gonna be paid in a different kind of way. And I'm just like, can y'all hurry up and get to the sex scene so we could just kind of get past it? Because all this tension between Sydney and Theo is just wearing me out. Like, okay, let's just make it happen so we can get past that. I hope Theo's not a bad guy either. Okay, you guys. So doesn't he work in construction or something like that? He keeps saying odd jobs. Yeah, well, that's why I kept saying odd jobs. But they didn't really specify. So when I think odd jobs, I think a handyman, but it could be something else different. Oh, Dee Dee, see, that's why you should be reading it and not listening to it on Audible, because that's the thing with Audible. If the voices ain't right, it's hard to get into the imagination of things. I did that. Now I did the Audible with the first book we read, Children of Blood and Bone, and that was a really good Audible because the African accents helped me, with everything else. But if you supposed to be kind of sexy, then I'm gonna need you to have a sexy voice too. Lynn, the voices work for you? Child, y'all can have that Audible. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have it. I need to be able to read it. But okay, you guys. So everybody is now welcome to finish out the book. Um, we are going to the final meeting for this month is actually going to be the first weekend in November. Okay. So it'll actually be, what is the date? It's going to be on November 1st. Okay. So that's the Sunday because Halloween is on the 31st. It's Saturday. Um, so that's going to be our next meeting, and it'll be at 5 o'clock as usual. You like the white guy's audible voice, Ash? So we'll do that there. I'm going to make sure that I put on Patreon the book for November because we need to get started on trying to choose that. And it's going to be, I think most of us said humor, but a few of people said autobiography. Maybe we can get 2 for 1 if we decide to do a funny autobiography or something like that. But I'll put that on Patreon and you guys can weigh in on your, some choices that you have there. And again, if y'all can think of something to watch that's going to be interesting enough on, for any of those channels. I guess most of us have Netflix. I don't know. Ash, I don't think you came in when we were talking about it, but we would like to do a movie night, but we don't have a new movie. So I don't know. So you can look, if y'all know of some movies, you guys just let me know and I'll, we'll make a decision there. Tiffany Haddish book. Oh, I don't know if I can do Tiffany Haddish book. I got to take Tiffany in small doses. Is the book different than having to watch her on stage for an hour, child? 'Cause I don't know. Okay. So that's it. Yeah, Tiffany Haddish. I don't know if we gon'. I don't know. The book is probably good though. I know Taraji has a book. Doesn't Taraji have a book as well? Okay. I'm sure it's probably funny. I'm sure actually it's probably better to read the stuff from her than to actually have to see it. I actually don't mind seeing her stand up. It's just sometimes her acting is not for me. Leonica, Girl Next Door. What is that you're saying? That's a book or a movie? Taraji's book. Oh yeah, Taraji. Yeah, Taraji has an autobiography is out as well. A little sad. Oh, I don't know. I'm sad. I mean, I guess everybody has had a moment in their life, so we can't just root that out. But okay, so anyway, that's it. So you guys make sure that you put all that on Patreon and we'll go from there. Okay, so let me just update you guys. Okay, Shanitria. So let me update you guys on the silver members. Okay. I finally got you guys' boxes out. If you guys you should have gotten your tracking numbers. You're going to get the box and you're going to be like, why did it take you this long to get this done, Roxanne? But I'm telling you, maybe because bitch is old and all of that, and I have a problem with asking people to help me. It is such a flaw. It's a flaw that I wanted to make sure that I did everything myself, and so I knew that exactly how I wanted it, and all of this, and it was a whole bunch of damn work. So I did 85 boxes, and so the stuff is coming to you, which you guys know. If you're the silver member, you get bookmarks, stickers. In this box, I just decided I bought a bunch of book lights for everybody. And I sent those in the box as well, but they came individual. They weren't wrapped in anything or they weren't in a box. So I had to package all that stuff up. Okay. And, so I wanted to put the book light in there because you guys have been supportive of me all this time. And I know that I said I was going to send the stickers and the and the bookmarks and everything, but I just wanted to add a little something to it so you guys could actually have something and actually could be useful, even if you don't use it as a book light. It's actually very nice. And I made sure that I put your batteries in there and everything. Okay. So Angel, you could be a silver member if you wanted to. You just would have to upgrade your thing. So that is all coming. They came and picked it up. The post office, the man came or the lady actually came yesterday and picked it up. So it's all on its way. So I appreciate you guys. I love my $2 members as well. And I was like, I'm gonna send y'all a little something, okay? Because you guys have also been very supportive, and I'm not quite sure what it'll be, but I'm definitely going to try to get, something out for you guys as well, because everybody has been supportive since February. I mean, I lost a good group of people, maybe about 50 people since we first started this in February. But as I lose people, more people join. So it's been sticking pretty steady around 300, 335, 340, somewhere in there. I'm trying to get it to grow back up again, but I just want to, you know, I just feel like everybody has been here and has been supportive, and you guys have helped me out just immensely. You just don't even realize it. So I just kind of, that's why I do the book giveaways and all that. I just want to be able to give back some kind of way, because I know that you don't have to spend your money to do this, because people do these things, for free. So it's always appreciated. Always appreciated. But all that to say, the $5 members, y'all shit is finally coming. Bitch, I've been so stressed out of here. You guys could ask Debbie if she was still in here. Every day I would talk to my friends. They'd be like, "What you doing?" I'd be like, "I'm working on this shit. I'm cutting bookmarks. I'm laminating. I'm making stickers. I'm on the Cricut. I am making boxes. I had to build the boxes from Uline. I had to tape the shit up. I had to print the labels. The labels, yeah, it was from Pitney Bowes. That's also your tracking number is going to be from Pitney Bowes, because I started an account with Pitney Bowes, but something tells me that I ain't gonna stick with Pitney Bowes, because they also was a reason why it took me so long, because they kept freezing up my account. And it just was one drama after the next. So, but that was some fucking work, and it was an eye opener, because I want to open an Etsy shop. Eventually, for like stationery, and honey, that is definitely work. It's definitely work. So that is why it took long. But I kept on saying, I got to get the stuff out here. These people going to start canceling. They're going to be like, "Roxanne, you is a MF lie. You said you was going to send us our shit and we ain't got it yet." So I was like, I got to get it out. So it's on its way. Okay. And I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the book club, because it is a great distraction. All right. It is a great distraction. A lot of you guys made the commitment back in February when we first started this, was like, we're going to start reading more. We just going to start. And this book club has forced me to read more, because I would not be reading like this. You know what? I might have picked up the habit once we got into this quarantine, because I've always liked to read, but I had stopped. So, yeah, Shalisa, I think it's been enjoyable too. I think it's been enjoyable, and I think that people have read things that they normally wouldn't read, especially those first two books that we read at the beginning of the time when we did Children of Blood and Bone and Children of Virtue and Vengeance. Like, that is not a book that I would have read. So I think some of these things have gotten us out of our, it's gotten us out of our, what is the word I'm looking for? Y'all know the word. It's gotten us out of what we're most comfortable with when we read. And I would not normally read an autobiography. I've been trying to read Michelle Obama's book. I ain't finished that. I've been trying to finish Bobby Brown's book. I ain't finished that. So next time, for next month, I'm going to be willing to go on and do that if that's what we decided. Yeah, so I think that it kind of just opens, the book club has just been cool. I enjoy it, and I feel like people that are here really want to be a part of it and aren't just looky-loos or nosy, because people ain't paying money to be nosy. I mean, you're here because you want to be here. And so that's what makes this whole little experience even enjoyable as well, because I feel like we all are on the same page. Okay. Oh, Brown Eye, so you did have a vision board goal. See? So that's good. That's good. I'm glad. So that's it. Those are all my little notes. Y'all got so many notes on my I got a whole bunch of notes on my light here. So I make sure that I talk to you guys about everything. Oh, one last thing before I let you guys go. There are a few of you guys who, even though you pay $5 a month, you are still categorized as a $2 member. Okay? It's about 7 of you guys. I'm going to DM everybody today on Patreon. So hopefully if you guys are watching, then you guys realize, check your DMs, because your you need to change that, because like sometimes I'll just message a certain group, and if you're not categorized on there as that group, then you don't get those messages, because sometimes I'll just tag like, I just want my $5 members, I just want my $2 members, or whatever. Okay, so you won't even see it. And I can't keep going back to look to make sure that you're getting the messages, because it's a lot of work to try to go back and remember, So I need, and also there are some of you guys who don't have addresses in your account. You won't get your little box if you don't have your address there. I mean, some people have opted out, don't want the box. That's fine. You don't have to get any of the stuff, but just to let you know, like, I'm not ignoring anybody. I tried to make sure that I hit everybody, but there are some accounts that just have no address. So I don't know if that is on purpose or what. Okay. So y'all just try to change that. Try to get that fixed. And then that is it. I'm going to let everybody go. I'm going to try to go watch Lovecraft Country. I ain't seen the last 4 episodes because, honey, that skin shit and episode, was enough for me. I was like, I got to take a break. That was a whole bunch of mess. So I'm going to try, me and Mr. going to try to catch up on Lovecraft Country. I think tonight is the finale, right? And 20 books for 2020. Yeah, I feel like because I've read a couple of extra books when I finish. Yeah, it's a finale tonight. That's what I thought. I've read a couple of books when I finish my book for the month. Angel, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I'm glad you came. Because, honey, you was on it. You was like, I'm here. I saw all your messages. I read everybody's messages. Even if I don't respond, you guys, I always see you. That is the controlling part of me. I got to know what's going on. So, 24 books. Okay. All right, Nitra's Neighborhood. All right, you guys. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to let you guys go. Y'all have a good Sunday evening. Okay. Angel, you going to definitely be back, right? Okay. Y'all have a good evening. I'm glad you guys all made it in. Now I got to go out there and get my dog that's in trouble. I keep hearing my husband yell at him. So y'all have a good night, okay? I'll see you guys. Y'all be safe. About to go have me a glass of wine too, y'all. I told you my anxiety. Okay? Y'all be safe out there in them streets. Okay. See you guys. Y'all know I hate clicking y'all off when y'all be saying bye.